What's up, YouTube, TYT Sports? Thought I'd do a quick recap talking about El Clasico. It was another classic. You have to get the puns out early. But in all truthfulness, Lionel Messi, the king of El Clasico, record breaker for assists, goals, everything in regards to it. And if anyone was still in dispute of him being the greatest player in history, they always will be. It's not like they're going to suddenly change their mind after this. They didn't change his mind after his continued performances and throughout the years, Champions Leagues upon Champions Leagues. Just because he hasn't won a World Cup, that's why people often will hold that against him. But big game player, we've known this for years, and the ability he has to open up defences. I mean, Marcelo's not had the best start to his season. I think he was phenomenal last year, and rightfully so. Was in the Bundesliga, it was in the Ballon d'Or shortlist, but he was so easily beaten by Messi for the third goal, which was cut back, and Navas will be disappointed the ball snuck under him. But Barcelona just looked in the second half. They had a little bit more bite to them. In the first half itself was a little bit more evenly spread out, but there's always that problem when Casemiro gets caught up a little higher up the field, which happened for the first goal. And Barcelona were able to capitalise on that. Even Rakitic was able to drive into space and open it up, and then from there, that's when Barcelona started to cause more problems, because as soon as you remove someone like Casemiro, I remember it must have been like 4 Clásicos ago when Jason and I were discussing it, and I talked about how crucial Casemiro is, and not just him, but anyone in that role for Real Madrid, because they're so offensive-minded when they start to attack, especially at home. They're expected to be the more aggressive out of both of them, and they got too aggressive, and that's where Casemiro was caught a little higher, and Kroos wasn't allowed to make up for it, Kovacic either. They just could not fill that void, and Rakitic was able to move forward into that space and then take full advantage, squaring the ball to Sergio Roberto, who had a phenomenal pass, by the way, nothing away from that. But he could have easily struck that first time and was selfish, but he didn't. Cut it back to Suarez, bang, 1-0. And from that moment on, Barcelona were the best going forward. Jasper commented saying, nice thumbnail, Francis. Well, it's Christmas time, so as you'd expect, as you were. How else am I supposed to do a clip like this without enjoying a cider? So now the question is Real Madrid's La Liga chances over? I would say pretty much so. Barcelona lead going into Christmas. They look the better team, the better outfit, but we've seen these things adjust so swiftly. And whether or not the rumours are to be true that Antoine Griezmann's heading over to Barcelona just to further strengthen that team, the problem itself is with Real Madrid's confidence defensively. Going forward, they're always going to be high. Marcel, who just popped in, saying hi, Francis. The problem with them was always having that balance, and Marcelo shored up his defensive game. Ramos, of course, at the back last year. That is why they were as good as they were. Not because they had Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, whatever, who all need to be firing a little bit better at the moment to make up for their defensive lapses. But going forward, they never looked susceptible to conceding when they turned over the possession. But every time they turn over possession, whether it's against Barcelona or whether it's against Tottenham Hotspur, as we've seen in the Champions League, if I was a Real Madrid fan, would be scared of what was coming. Because counter-attacking football, as we know, at its best for the first goal, is so easily switched on its head, so easily changes up the pace of a game, and that's where Real Madrid really need to strengthen things going into. I'm just getting shouted across here for my Christmas party, I guess. So I'll wrap this up. But regardless, the best thing that I can take from this is, if for some reason you still think Lionel Messi, whatever it is not the GOAT, then maybe for Christmas Santa can bring you a pair of glasses, a pair of contact lenses. Then maybe you'll understand it. Peace, take care, all the best. How do you end this live video? Nobody knows. So, you can add filters and everything. Alright, how you do it? I'm going to cancel right here. Bye-bye.